how the iPod made Apple relevant again. In the early 2000s, the landscape of music consumption was poised for a revolution. Enter Steve Jobs, who, at an Apple event in 2001, introduced the world to a groundbreaking device that promised 1,000 songs in your pocket. This white, card-sized device, known as the iPod, was not only a technological marvel, but also a cultural phenomenon that transformed how we listen to music. By offering a portable music library far surpassing the capabilities of existing Flash MP3 players, the iPod became an icon of innovation and simplicity. This episode delves into the fascinating journey of the iPod, from its rapid development and unique design challenges to its profound impact on Apple and the music industry. Many people have owned an iPod in one form or another and probably have fond memories of it. However, last year, Apple discontinued the iconic product that brought the company back from the brink of collapse. The original iPod was a pioneer in terms of simple design and easy-to-use functionality. Did you know that the iPod was designed and manufactured in just a few months? Also, in a strange legal case, Apple credited the idea of the iPod to an obscure man named Ken Kramer. In this episode, we'll look at all of that and how the original iPod was so critical for Apple and the music industry. Thank you for watching Cold Fusion TV. Apple's digital hub strategy aimed to combine Apple hardware, software, and services, creating a uniform platform for a digital lifestyle. Steve Jobs adopted this strategy upon his return to Apple in 1997, during a time when the company was facing a financial crisis. The focal point of this digital hub was the iMac, and Steve Jobs realized the untapped potential of the FireWire port. Developed by Apple in the late 1980s, FireWire could connect devices like camcorders and digital cameras to computers, transferring data at speeds 30 times faster than other standards of the time. Jobs decided to include FireWire in the iconic translucent iMac G3, released in 1998, anticipating it would facilitate video transfers. However, consumers showed more interest in music. The internet in the 1990s was rapidly growing, and people increasingly shared files online. Music sharing was challenging due to slow internet speeds and large file sizes until researchers at the Fraunhofer Institute in Munich, Germany, created the MP3 format, which significantly reduced file sizes without compromising audio quality. The MP3 format revolutionized the music industry, making it easy to rip CDs into MP3 files and store them on computers. By 1998, MP3 players like the MP-Man F100 and the Diamond Rio PMP300 hit the market. Despite their limitations, these devices became popular because people loved portable music. The rise of peer-to-peer file-sharing sites like Napster further disrupted the music industry, leading to legal battles and significant revenue losses for record labels. Amid the digital music frenzy, Apple saw a gap in its digital hub strategy. To address this, Apple acquired SoundJam MP, a popular MP3 encoding and playback application, and transformed it into iTunes. Jobs wanted iTunes to seamlessly transfer music files to MP3 players, but the existing players were found lacking. They were either too expensive, bulky, or clunky, and transferring music files was slow. Recognizing an opportunity, Jobs planned to create a small portable MP3 player that could store hundreds of songs and play CD-quality music. He wanted this player to work well with iTunes, potentially attracting more customers to the Mac platform. By the end of 2000, Jobs assigned John Rubinstein to the task. Rubinstein identified that Apple already had most of the components needed, including FireWire for fast transfers. The challenge was finding affordable storage, which they solved by sourcing a small, high-capacity hard drive from Toshiba. In February 2001, Rubinstein found a 5-gigabyte hard drive at Toshiba that was perfect for the iPod. After getting permission from Jobs, Rubinstein purchased the rights for $10 million. Apple hired Tony Fadell to further develop the project. Despite having no previous design or team, Fadell managed to present 3 concepts within 6 weeks. Phil Schiller suggested the iconic mechanical scroll wheel design, inspired by devices like the Bang & Olufsen Beocom phone, which allowed users to scroll through hundreds of songs quickly. With the basic concept in place, Fadell was given 6 months to form a team, develop the product, get it manufactured, and launch it. Fadell assembled a team of 25 regulars and contractors, collaborating with Silicon Valley startup Portal Player for the specialized MP3 chipset and Cupertino-based Pixo for the basic OS. The in-house team transformed the OS into a user-friendly interface, while Apple's design team, led by Jonathan Ive, worked on the product design, creating a device the size of a deck of cards using white polycarbonate and stainless steel. The name iPod was suggested by freelance copywriter Vinny Chico, inspired by Apple's digital hub concept and the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. The prefix I was added to match the iMac. After 6 months of hard work, the iPod was finally ready. On October 23, 2001, Steve Jobs revealed the iPod to the world. Despite its $399 price tag, the device quickly became a status symbol for coolness, with a capacity of 1,000 songs, a leap forward for MP3 players. However, the iPod wasn't an immediate smash hit because Jobs initially made it available only for Mac. This decision alienated a huge market. Eventually, upper management convinced Jobs to make the iPod compatible with Windows, and from this moment, the iPod's popularity soared. The iPod paved the way for Apple's future dominance in the music industry. Apple launched the iTunes Store, allowing users to buy individual tracks for 99 cents instead of purchasing entire albums, dominating 70% of the legal download market at its peak in 2007. The iPod single-handedly turned Apple around, selling over 100 iPods a minute and reviving the company's financial situation. It made Apple cool again, transforming it from a floundering company in the 1990s. Regarding Kane Kramer, the man Apple credited as inventing the iPod, during a lawsuit with Burst.com, Apple produced documentation labeling Kramer the father of the iPod due to his 1979 invention of the concept of the MP3 player and a store analogous to iTunes. Apple sold more than 400 million iPods before discontinuing the brand last year. The iPod Mini, Shuffle, Nano, and Touch came in various shapes, colors, and sizes, each sharing the ethos of simplicity and functionality. The iPod's legacy lives on, even though the iPhone eventually became Apple's greatest-selling product. One of the most significant impacts of the iPod was its role in reshaping the music industry. Prior to its release, the industry was struggling with the rise of digital piracy and declining CD sales. The iPod, coupled with the iTunes Store, offered a legitimate and convenient way for consumers to purchase and enjoy music. By allowing users to buy individual tracks for 99 cents, Apple introduced a new business model that appealed to the digital age. This model not only helped reduce music piracy, but also provided a new revenue stream for artists and record labels. The iPod and iTunes Store together created a digital ecosystem that became the industry standard, setting the stage for future music streaming services. Beyond its commercial success, the iPod also had a profound cultural impact. It changed the way people interacted with music, making it a more personal and portable experience. The iconic white earbuds became a fashion statement, symbolizing a new era of digital music consumption. The iPod's design philosophy, emphasizing simplicity and user experience, influenced countless other consumer electronics products. Its success demonstrated the importance of integrating hardware, software, and services into a cohesive user experience, a lesson that Apple carried forward into the development of the iPhone and other products. The iPod not only revitalized Apple as a company, but also left an indelible mark on technology and culture. The iPod's story is one of remarkable innovation and transformation. From its inception, driven by Steve Jobs' vision and a dedicated team of engineers, to its widespread adoption and eventual discontinuation, the iPod revolutionized the way people experience music. It wasn't just a product, it was a catalyst that propelled Apple to new heights, paving the way for future innovations like the iPhone. Despite being discontinued, the iPod's legacy endures, symbolizing a pivotal moment in technological history. The journey of the iPod is a testament to the power of visionary thinking and the impact of technology on people's lives. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. What are your thoughts on the iPod's legacy? Share your reflections in the comments below.